The focus standards covered in this lesson are Reading Foundations 2.3, which is to know and apply grade-level phonics and word analysis skills in decoding words. The primary standard being covered in this lesson is Reading Foundations 2.3.E, which is to identify words with inconsistent but common spelling-sound correspondences. This video will provide information on how to decode words with complex consonants. This video will also provide a lesson plan that you can use to teach a small group of students struggling with this standard. According to the North Carolina State Improvement Project, encoding should be taught in coordination with decoding. Spelling conventions and patterns should be taught as they are needed to spell words that the student is learning to decode. After students have learned each consonant and vowel sound, it is important to start introducing the other consonant spelling patterns, progressing from the most common sound to the least common sound. 95% group breaks complex consonants into the following categories: hard or soft C and G, trigraphs, and silent letters. The consonants C and G make the soft sound when it is followed by the vowels E, I, or Y. Trigraphs have 3 consonants that make one sound. Consonants have silent letters when there are 2 consonants next to each other, but only one makes the sound. The lesson plan provided, which can be accessed through Edify, targets students who need support decoding words with complex consonants. In order for this lesson to be successful, it needs to be administered daily and in a small group of no more than 5 students. This lesson assumes that your students understand consonant sounds. The materials that you will need for this lesson plan include the complex consonant anchor chart, soft C and soft G rules to remember chart, Curious George and the Big City, word cards, the soft C and soft G passage, and the formative assessment on Edify. You will want to begin your lesson by setting the purpose. Explain to students that just like each vowel has more than one sound, so do consonants. If we know the rules for when to use the other sounds consonants make, we will be able to decode words more easily. Continue your introduction by building their interest. Show students the book cover Curious George in the Big City and read the title. Ask students what they notice about the letters C and G. After students have shared, point out the 2 sounds the C and G made. I heard a k when I said the word curious and a s when I said the word city. I heard a g when I said the word big and a j when I said the word George. Explain that today we're going to explore when to use the hard C or G and the soft C or G. Next begins the teacher model. Introduce the Rules to Remember chart. Have this chart readily available for students to reference during the lesson and throughout the day. Explain that we will use this chart to help us sort words that have a hard and soft consonant sound. Show students the word card gel. Model how to determine if a consonant uses the hard or soft sound. Point to the vowel that follows the letter G. Since it is an E, the G will say the soft G sound. The sound says J, the word is gel. Model how to put the word into the correct column. Model these same steps with the word card gash. Point to the vowel that follows the letter G. Since it is an A, the G will say the hard G sound. The sound says G, the word is gash. This word goes under the hard G column. The next part of the lesson is the guided practice. Use the provided word cards to practice reading words with a hard or soft C and G, remembering to sort the words as you go. Walk students through the same steps you modeled with the word cards gel and gash. The students are now ready to begin the independent practice. Give students a passage with the hard and soft G. Instruct students to only highlight words with the soft G sound. Limit the time your students take on reading this to about 3 minutes, remembering that the focus is on finding the word pattern. After the time is up, have students take turns sharing one of the words they found. Practice this with a different pattern each day using a different color highlighter each time. To see if students can apply the complex consonant pattern to the books they are reading, have them write down any soft G and soft C words they find in their book and have them post it in a central location in the room. A formative assessment for this standard is on Edify. Students will complete this task independently and on an electronic device.